Great to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the SMU Mustangs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
The Pony Express put SMU football on the map, and Gerald J. Ford Stadium continues to shine. Opened in 2000, its capacity of 32,000 has grown over the years. The SMU Mustangs are high on the success of last season and hope to pack the Pony again this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Nittany Lions will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. The transfer has it his first carry. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense changing the play. They go right back to him. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Jennings. Taken in by Smith on the right side. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he could make the catch.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Wide receiver going in motion. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Mustangs are flying down the field. Move. They'll try the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback may change this route. He's got it again. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 45, on his way. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The sure hands, it's Martin. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
Man, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the 1st down.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. First carry of the season for this transfer. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Beck. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
And that ball is live in the backfield. And the ball goes out of bounds. The offense maintains possession, but no gain on the play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, going to the air. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The give to the single back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Jennings. Escapes the pressure going right. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the...
He's going to let it go. He's got it way down the field. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play. What do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept having.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it, and they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Looking to throw, it's Jennings. They've got the screen set up. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Mustangs come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the ground, it's Martin. Got a little grass. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. He's got it. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
On first down from their own 22. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Fires left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Penn State will spend its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. He wants to take the top off. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Now the Mustangs will use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making adjustments. Snaps it in the shotgun. Moves around to clear up the vision. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Mustangs! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On the run, it's Martin. Might have a chance. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon. taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Ducks, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Makes the grab. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. And they get to the quarterback. Knock him down back at the 16.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Makes a move. Found a little one room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted deep in his own end.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle, no big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Penn State! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try the left side. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
White 53. Switch it.
Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to it. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Quickly to the tight end. It's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over, and they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field.
Cross.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Green. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Mustangs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There's some room. Touchdown, Mustangs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. And the Mustangs respond.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. There he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Penn State with the response. He's going to get a property tax bill in the end zone because this guy is spending a lot of time there. He might start taking aim at some of those Nittany Lion touchdown records.
Yeah, and those are some records. I mean, you start talking about Larry Johnson and Saquon Barkley and all the Kajana Carter going back. I mean, so many great running backs at Penn State. To be on that list, to be talked about in that vein, I think you're having yourself a day.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Shoots it to the left. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
It's a big stride inside the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them
they'll have a first down here, a week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Penn State.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
To the air, it's Jennings. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the Mustangs respond.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Here's James Peoples to begin the drive. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's running free down the middle. At the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Penn State. Penn State with the response.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Jennings. He's taking the deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. He'll take the deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Smashes through the tackle. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT.